At the time of making this video, there are a total of 24 illusion monsters in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Although they were only introduced to the physical card game with Duelist Nexus in April of 2023, they have existed within surrounding media as far back as 1997. In the manga, Pegasus used an illusion deck consisting of the trademark cards we all associate him with, but when eventually making their way into the game, they underwent a transformation into spellcasters. In the original Bandai iteration of the game, two cards were given the illusion magic typing, Dragon Piper and Dragon Capture Jar, a tandem designed specifically to counter dragons, obviously. The pair would function as a unit when both were on the board. The jar had an effect, or special rule, stating it would always win a battle against a dragon, while Piper allowed you to use the battle stats of a dragon captured in the jar for damage calculation instead of the jar stats. This is an early example of the trickster-like nature the illusion monsters would become known for. In addition, their physical appearance is characterized by their presence in early video games. Dreams, or illusion magic, were card typings present in Duel Monsters 2 Dark Duel Stories, Forbidden Memories, Monster Capsule GB, Dark Duel Stories, Duel Monsters 4 Battle of Great Duelists, the Sacred Cards, and Reshef of Destruction. The dreams all featured illusory characteristics, such as interdimensionality, manipulation of reality, mischievousness, and having a connection to sleep or a state of unconsciousness. These original illusion monsters all shared a similar monochromatic, abstract background, which would eventually be carried over into the physical card game. Our modern illusion monsters still exist in front of a similar ethereal backdrop, still sporting otherworldly physical characteristics. This is expanded upon by their effects, with many of them disallowing any monster involved in battle with them from being destroyed, further enforcing this concept of their existence outside our reality. However, the most interesting trait shared across all of the illusion monsters is the Eye of Wajat, present somewhere on the body of each of them. Within the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe, this eye appears at times a character interacts with ancient magic. Each time Yugi is overtaken by a Tem, the eye can be seen emblazoned on his forehead. These monsters too are connected to this same ancient magic. Regretfully, I had not thought too deeply about this new monster type until after cracking a few packs of the Infinite Forbidden. Nestled within one of these foil prisons sat Heretical Phobos Covos, quietly awaiting my arrival. This creature caught my eye. It feels similar to the Lovecraftian monsters released between September 2015 and August 2018. It has a strange appearance, with an anatomy very difficult to comprehend, and an even stranger name. What is this thing?
I know that the paranormal is real. Listen.
No lore exists for this card. It's not connected to any previous archetype, and its effect is fairly broad, allowing it to be useful across a wide range of decks. That effect only becomes more powerful when bolstered by a material of a similarly mysterious origin. But luckily, all we need to know about Covos exists within its name. Heretical means believing in or practicing religious heresy. A heresy is an action or belief that most would look down upon, as it stands contrary to the beliefs that are generally accepted as true. This title positions Covos as a heretical being within the context of the game from the outset. I think this is intentional. It's the first Illusion Xyz monster, and it is the nature of illusion monsters to break the generally accepted rules of the game by essentially rendering the battle phase pointless outside of battle damage. But the most telling aspect of this card's name is the word Phobos. This is the Greek god and personification of fear and panic. His Roman counterpart, Pavor, translates directly to dread. In Greek mythology, Phobos is often depicted as an assistant to his father Ares. Within these stories, he would ride into battle alongside his father, causing disorder throughout the war. This is reflected perfectly in the effect design of Covos. It has generic summoning requirements, allowing it to ride into battle alongside any duelist brave enough to conjure up its might. Once summoned, it will cause its own brand of disorder in the game through its effect negation ability. If you're willing to align yourself with the ways of Covos by playing additional illusion monsters, it will reward you with even greater disorientation. This idea is hinted at within 7 Against Thebes. This is the conclusion to the Oedipodia, a trilogy of plays penned by Aeschylus, an ancient tragedian who is often referred to as the father of tragedy. Within this work, the battle between the Argive army and Thebes is outlined, though the play is focused far more on dialogue and the ramifications of decisions made throughout the battle. Throughout the story, the 7 captains of the Argive army are each met in battle by a Theban commander at one of the 7 gates of Thebes. But there is a small detail in this work that indicates the ever-present nature of fear. While outside the Seven Gates, the captains of the Argive army slaughter a bull above a black shield, making an oath to Ares, Yugioh, and Phobos to slaughter any outsiders that had the misfortune of discovering them. In honor of their gods, these tragic wanderers would be beheaded, their skulls then collected to use in the construction of a temple for the deities. In the end, this dedication to Phobos would result in dire consequences. When the final Argive captain makes himself known to his opponent, he's revealed to be Polynices, brother to the king of Thebes, Eteocles. The sons of Oedipus are destined to meet in a battle we will never see. We're only notified of the results by a messenger appearing on stage, sharing with us that the Argive attackers have been repelled. However, both brothers have fallen. The play ends with the bodies of the two brothers being brought on stage to be mourned over. Fear has a ubiquitous existence, regardless of your commitment to it. There is another door left unopened within the universe of Duel Monsters. Phobos is mentioned in the story of the battle for the throne of Olympus between Zeus and Typhon. In this tale, Zeus arms Phobos and his brother Deimos, god of terror, with lightning and thunder in an attempt to intimidate the mighty Typhon. Because of their ethereal nature, it seems this description is not meant to portray an actual pair of beings sent to battle Typhon, but rather Zeus imbuing his weapons with their power in hopes of striking their fear and terror into the heart of the vicious Titan. Zeus and Typhon stand at odds within our beloved game as well. These Xyz monsters seek to destroy each other. Covos, being an Xyz monster as well, would exist within this same dimension, looming in the silence until it is called upon. The only question is, how desperately does Zeus desire victory? Until that question is answered, Covos will wait. It has all of the time in the world, for fear is ever present. It needs only the right circumstance to make itself felt once again.